super excited because we've got a 90s flashback for you this Friday. Do you remember these gorgeous lasses?
Gotta let me in. Hey, 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 let the fun begin. Hey, I'm the wolf today. Hey, 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 I'll blow you away. Say you won't, say you'll do what I don't, say you trick me. Say la vie.
Yes, it is the sound of a certain generation, the double denim wearing 90s pop band whose chart-topping songs and Irish jigs had us hooked. Bewitched, welcome to New Zealand. Ladies. Okay, so Lindsay has stayed in Ireland, but we have Sinead, Adele and Kiwi, right?
Yes. So lovely to have you here. Do you look back at those videos and cringe a little bit?
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah.
You're like these
What do you
beautiful
mean?
ladies. Look, we don't look so beautiful in that video.
Really?
Oh, a little bit. Come on now.
We know hair and
I've got
makeup. We
red
had to do our
ears.
own hair and makeup, I think, for that
Yeah.
video.
You didn't.
No, we didn't. That's not true. That's not true.
Okay, yeah,
I think I
Makeup
did.
stories. I'm only joking.
there seems to be a real celebration at the moment. Like the kids who grew up with your music in the 90s and with 90s pop in general, and I think of like the NSYNCs of the world and
Oh, I love NSYNC.
oh, don't you just love NSYNC?
We toured
The
with them in
Venga
the
Boys,
States.
oh,
Venga
yeah,
Boys,
all that
so
stuff.
much fun.
S Club, of course, are now back at a stage where we really celebrate that kind of music. What do you think is driving it?
I'm not sure what's driving it, but it's great because here we are back again. But the 90s was just a really fun time, wasn't it? Musically, it was really light-hearted and all about having fun and really enjoying yourself. So I think
We did.
there's just
There was a big show about 4 years ago we did at home called The Big Reunion. So there was a lot of us got back together for that, and I think it maybe drove the 90s kind of reunion.
Let's
a little.
talk about that because that
Yeah.
was a huge show, wasn't it? And you
Yeah.
guys had been split for how many years?
12.
12 years you've been
Wow.
apart.
Yeah, it was.
And then this reality show gets you all back together.
yeah.
And you know, I've watched a bit of it on,
It was tense
on YouTube. It
at
was
times.
tense and awkward.
Really intense. Well, we were the only band that didn't seem to meet each other before the cameras. Everybody else actually did. So we were certainly raw. And when the camera was there, so it made it really intense.
Yeah, and it was quite new for us, all this reality kind of stuff, and the cameras following you around backstage and finding out about your life as well. That didn't happen in the 90s, so that was all quite new and weird.
And why was it so awkward getting back together? What had it been about the breakup of the band that had been so hard?
Well, it wasn't. The breakup of the band wasn't hard. And we got on like a house on fire. And it was the years in between, I think, that relationship started to look a little differently. And also the intensity they put on you with the cameras in front of you and questions they ask that were never asked before. And feelings came up that nobody really ever spoke of or understood even. And then, of course, you watch the edit back and it's a nastier edit.
Of course, yeah.
It really
I didn't really do that,
It really happened in the room.
But do you feel like going on this reality show and airing those sorts of things and talking deeply about your feelings, that now that you've come back together, you have a closer relationship, or maybe a more real relationship?
I mean, we were always close and it was always real. I just think that we maybe didn't have time for each other personally as much as we do now. So now we can see each other more.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
We always know how each other feels now, where we may have missed that back in the day because we were so busy.
Yeah, I think we forgot to even think of ourselves back in the day, so we have much more time now to actually know how each other feels.
Because it was brutal, right? When you guys were top of the pops everywhere, like you're just travelling constantly, and you've got management breathing down your neck. You mustn't have had like a great deal of perspective on things at the time.
I mean,
You're in a bubble, like you're just literally going from, you're doing everything in the UK, and then I remember the record label going, oh, now you're going to go to Europe, and we were like, what? And then you're just doing the whole Europe thing, and then from Europe it was like, right, now we're going to go to America. So we didn't really get time to kind of process it. It was just a whirlwind, you know.
So busy. I mean, we used to be so busy that we would eat our lunch and our dinner over interviews. So it was a little crazy. It's like, really, can we really not have this in the schedule? But
But do you look back at that fondly?
Yes.
Or is that like a period where you go, oh, it was kind of torturous?
No, we had a
we
great
look on it
time.
very
I think
fondly.
it did definitely impact on us, and certainly me as a person, just how busy it was, 16, 17 hours a day and never checking in with yourself. But we had an amazing time. We got to see the world. We sold millions of records.
Yeah,
and
I think it's afterwards you tend to look back and see how intense it was.
Yeah.
At the time you're in it and you're living it and it's a great moment, but you look back and it's when we had the couple of weeks off, we had 2 weeks off in 3 years probably.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you suddenly realise how you feel at the end of the 2 weeks. It was like,
like,
this is how a real
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
feels. I'm awake now.
This
Yeah.
must then be a nice balance. You can actually just
lovely.
breathe and
Yeah.
kind of enjoy it a little bit more.
It is
really
the
nice.
perfect balance because we're, as the girls said, we are still gigging like in the UK, and it's really nice then when they come in because it's like, okay, we get to go away and hang out and just have dinner and go on stage and
And go
we
to Wahiki with your
yeah,
girls.
Yeah.
No, and it is the perfect balance actually.
Yeah.
It's quite lovely. We're very
It's
kind of
quite-
grateful for the opportunity to
And
be
it's
back
amazing
and doing
because
this.
back in the day we had some great songs like C'est la Vie and Roller Coaster and stuff that you played this morning, and for those reasons we're here. What is it? 19,
Oh, it's
18
mental.
years later, and we're back.
See, I
So
don't
is
like
it
seeing
the
them
start
touch.
of a beautiful thing? Is this a whole new band revival, new music, new album?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some new music, so you can get it on iTunes. We've made a new record called Champagne and Guinness. Then we did a collection record, which everything is on there together. And we're going to make new music this year too. So that's what we're going to do after
Great.
this.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
It's great to have you in the country, guys.
Thank
and,
you
I
so
really
much.
hope
Are you guys
Yeah.
coming to the show tonight?
Yeah,
Oh,
Hillary's
definitely.
honestly, she never misses a
Absolutely.
late night.
My dance moves
She-
aren't as polished as yours, but
Oh, pretty close. Yeah, in fact,
missing
with
it.
Lindsay away, if you need a fourth member, I'm not sure.
yeah,
if this is- yeah, if you just need someone to fill in that.
would be so
And
cool.
is it Jack who's a big fan?
Massive
Oh, yeah,
fan.
yeah, yeah.
Hi, Dad.
And
Hi, Dad. This morning.